Good morning, friends, and welcome. Let's start our class today with a prayer together. Divine Mother, Heavenly Father, friend, beloved God, Guru Preceptors, Jesus Christ, Babaji Krishna, Lahiri Mahashaya, Swami Sri Yukteswarji, beloved Guru Deva, Paramhansa Yogananda ji, saints of all religions, we bow at thy feet. We ask thy blessings on this class today. Help us to attune to thee as willingness, as energy, as magnetism, as joy. We are thine. Be thou eternally ours. Om Shanti, Shanti. Now we'll hear a song and see a video clip of Swami Kriyanandaji on this topic of overcoming spiritual laziness. Welcome again, everybody.
Walk like a man, even though you walk alone. Why court approval once the road is known? Let come who will, but if they all turn home, the goal still awaits you. Go on alone. Follow your dream, though it lead to worlds unknown. Life's but a shadow, once our dreams have flown. What if men cry, your dream is not our own? Your soul knows the answer. Go on alone. Give life your heart, bless everything that's grown. Fear not the loving, all this world's your own. Make rich the soil, but once the seed is sown, seek freedom, don't linger, go on alone. Walk like a man, even though you walk alone. Why court approval once the road is known? Let come who will, but if they all turn home, the goal still awaits you. Go on alone. Go on alone. Go on alone. But in fact, what happens, and I have seen it with my own two eyes, you could put it that way, that many people in ashrams, having no actual duty to perform, they can't meditate all day unless they're very highly advanced. So what do with their free time? They sit and gossip. And from sitting and gossiping, they become lazy. And from becoming lazy, they stop even seriously seeking God. And in fact, spiritually speaking, they become simply bums. We've got to understand that there must always be an upward flowing energy. And very few people are able, like Ram Prasad Mujumdar in my Guru's autobiography of a yogi, who meditated some 20 hours a day or something. Well, his time was completely spent in seeking God. He had to eat, he had to sleep, whatever. But in fact, he didn't sleep, but he had to do the normal things of nature. Most people can't do that. So what are they going to do? If you're not directing your energy toward God, you'll be directing it toward the world. Therefore, it is better to learn to direct your energy up toward God. Another important thing is not to make it a strain. You have to go by normal degrees. You can't always be constantly working in meditation, working in serving, working. You need some time of relaxation. In the court of Henry I of England, he had the morning times were devoted to work and courtly duties and so on. The afternoon was spent in diversion. Nowadays, the scheme of working so many hours a day and so many days a week and so on, it isn't the right thing. People should have a chance to follow their own rhythms more if they are devotees. But obviously that's not a realistic teaching today. Therefore, I think that it would be a realistic teaching to say that if they work less, then they will accomplish more. Many times in offices, people spend their time gossiping or at the water cooler or at a coffee, whatever it is, and they waste a great deal of time. If they had less time and were forced to really concentrate, they would be able to succeed much better.
Good morning again, everyone. I'm very happy to greet you today, also from Nayaswami's Jyotishji and Deviji, who arrived in India yesterday, and they send their love and their blessings. They hope to see all of you at one of the upcoming programs. And I'm happy to share this wonderful topic today on overcoming spiritual laziness, because I think it's something that people go through quite a lot. And I was thinking, why did Master start our path with energization exercises? Because we can't do anything without energy. We can't do anything without will, with willingness, magnetism, a desire to change. People come onto the path and they think, well, it's easy, I'll just do this or that, but it takes a lot. I remember an image Master said of for the path of running at top speed and performing stunts along the way. And that's the image I get with on this path, that there's you have to keep the energy flowing. It's either going to be moving up or it's going to be moving down. And you think of the balance what Swamiji is saying between meditation and service. You can't meditate all the time, and you can't run yourself in the ground saying you're serving all the time. So Master's given a wonderful balance of meditation helps your service, service helps your meditation. You need both. But there is an actual force. We need to be clear about this that's trying to stop us from our goal of going forward on the path of seeking God, of meditating, getting up in the morning, of getting over to the center, going to the satsang, going to the kirtan, of chanting, of doing energization. There's a force that's just saying, no, it's too much. Don't do it. Just sleep longer. It's not necessary. Maybe you're not progressing anyway. I mean, there's an actual energy that's pulling you down, but there's a very powerful energy that's moving up. If we do the practices, we feel that more energetic, more powerful energy, more Shakti flowing through us. We feel like, yes, I can, I will get this done, or whatever the task is. And so, but otherwise, it's like pushing from both sides of a door. I want to, I don't want to. Yes, I'll do it. No, I won't. And the mind goes back and forth, and our energy goes up and down. And so, Master's given powerful practices to keep the energy moving upward. to keep our enthusiasm, to keep the joy level, to keep affirming and all of that. And I was remembering when I first went to Ananda village in the late 70s. I mean, I thought I had energy. I was coming from a good job and I thought I was doing well. Whoa, when I saw the level of energy people had there, I just couldn't believe it. It was like nothing I had ever seen. People were high energy, smiling, joyful, kind, enthusiastic, running to get things done, getting the job done till it was done, not sitting on the couch with chai, but really making the effort. And I that changed me. I said, I want to be like them. I want to have that kind of energy. I want to have that kind of determination. I want to have that kind of will and willingness to make things happen. And then I was thinking, what, my goodness, look how much it took to just get that place up and running, Ananda Village. It's been 55 plus or minus years going, not just to get it up and running, build all the houses, get the school going, get the retreat facility going, get the meditation retreat going, get everything that's going on, the market and the programs, and not just to get it started, but to keep it going. Think of the energy. That's not laziness one bit. That's just complete dedication and a complete flow of energy. And I was living at the Ananda Center in Italy. I started there in 1984. I lived there for 7 years to help to get that work started. And from the ground up, honestly, it just took so much. It's get up and go over there and clean the house, scrub the floor, paint the wall, whatever it took. And just to keep the energy moving, to make a beautiful place for people to come to. And I was thinking of also here, in India, what is took Swamiji to come here and the various ones who came to get it started, and those of you who've come after, just to it didn't take laziness, it took a lot of flow of energy in every one of the centers that we have. All of you who are leading the centers, who are helping, who are doing seva there, to make these centers make them strong. And I mean, honestly, to have made them a reality is it's a huge accomplishment. And to prepare for Jyotishan Devi Ji's visit, the spiritual renewal week, the various things that are going on, it takes an enormous constant energy to make those things happen. And so I want to look at now, how can we keep the energy flowing? What are the things that hold us back? Well, one is I've seen it early on, thank God, in my own life. The We called it the unwillingness monster, and the unwillingness monster says, you don't want to do that. It's too much trouble. Why bother? And it just feeds your mind with negative thoughts. Whereas if you catch it and just, no, kill that monster, just immediately, no, I'm not going with that. And just immediately get up and get the energy going. And I remember I lived at the meditation retreat at Ananda Village, and I lived with one other gal. I've told you all this story before, but it's worth repeating. We lived in a little cabin, and every morning, I mean, I wasn't used to getting up at, I think it was 5 in the morning. They would ring the gong, and you have to get up and go and meditate and, energize, sometimes in the snow and, rain or whatever. And me and this other lady, I mean, I didn't like it either, but she said her affirmation every morning was, I hate this. I hate getting up. Don't you hate getting up? And I said, I don't hate it. I don't want to do it, but I don't hate it. But anyway, she didn't stay very long. But it was an unwillingness attitude. I don't want to do it. I haven't done it. I don't get up early. And I know a lot of you don't get up early, you late night people, but sometimes you have to get up early. Get up and get to the meditation. And another one, I remember Master, well, there's even another one that we lived at Ananda in San Francisco Ananda House. And I was in my late 20s then, and we would go and, it was a huge mansion. There were 30 of us living there, and to get 30 people get down to meditation is no joke. So we would go out in the hallway, some of us chanting, "Oh, my saint, wake, yet wake." That chant Swami Sri Tesraji used to like to chant. You did not meditate, you did not concentrate, you passed your time in idle words. Death will be at thy door, and you won't have time anymore. Oh, my saint, wake. We would sing it as a chant. Some of you know that chant. Go up and down the hallways, waking people up. And I remember one person, I mean, most people would get up most of the time and come down the stairs to the meditation. And one person was just so unwilling. They just got a shoe and from inside the room, thank God, they threw it at the door. Leave me alone. And sometimes you just feel like, just leave me alone. I just want to sleep. And that person apologized afterwards. But anyway, that unwillingness monster grabs you at different times, and you just can't go along with them. And I remember Master told the story of when he was in his guru's ashram, there were three little boys who, Swami Sri Tesraj, you can imagine, the discipline that he had, drastic. And so he would have them meditating, and Master said, Makunda at the time, he said that all the boys were saying they would sleep during meditation. Oh, I'm sleepy. I don't want to meditate. I'm sleepy. And then Makunda said, but when Master gives you food, I don't see you sleepy then. You're wide awake. You have a jala yoga, devotion to food instead of devotion to God. And everybody has their own devotions, but are you really wanting to seek God? So the unwillingness monster catches you. And then there's another one, the book of excuses. And this is the one people have this excuse. I can't do it because of this. I can't do it because of that. I can't do it because of this. And it goes on and on and on. I remember a fellow recently, a few months ago, I think it was in Bangalore, and he says, "Oh, Dhyanaji, I would love to meditate, but I travel a lot." I said, "I bet I travel more than you." And it's the truth. And he had to agree when we talked about it. He said, "Yeah." And I said, "I get my meditation in. I don't make an excuse about it." And then he went on and I said, "Well, let me ask you a few questions here." I said, "Do you eat when you travel, or do you don't eat anything?" And he said, "No, no, I eat. I get my meals." I said, "You get the 3 meals. I get my 3 meals in." I said, "Okay, so you have time to eat." I said, "Now, do you sleep?" And he said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Do you sleep at night, when you're traveling?" He said, "Yeah, yeah, I get my rest in." I said, "So you have time to eat and you have time to sleep, but you don't have any time for God." And that convinced him. He said, "Okay, I think you're right. Okay, I'll add my meditation in." So and there's all the excuses that people have. And then another is it's too hard. And that's one that gets people all the time. It's too hard to get up. It's too hard to meditate. It's too hard to serve. It's too hard. It's cold. It's rainy. It's flooding. It's whatever. It's too hard to get to the center. It just goes on. It's too hard. It's too difficult. Well, life is difficult. You can just say life is difficult and you sit on the couch your whole life. But you have to do something to keep a roof over your head, to keep food in your mouth, to keep everything going in your life. And Master said that life is much harder than this life that I'm giving you. So he said to say, Swamiji said to say, I can, I will, instead of it's too hard, to affirm it, that this, you can do it. And to put out the energy, the greater the will, the greater the flow of energy. The greater the flow of energy, the greater the magnetism, the greater the inspiration. And it's my own but God-given will that you're igniting the will as you go through life instead of it's too difficult. Build your willpower up, and then you will see that you can do anything. And so some of the thoughts on how to get rid of laziness. One is get more energy flow. Get up off the couch, off the chair, bed, whatever it is, and And I love this one. Master said in the mornings when you don't want to get up, you feel like you just want to pull the covers over your head again. Well, I have something to say about that before we go into that, is don't eat that late in the evening. If you have this big tally, which I know some of you have the big tally, don't have it that late at night. So you have that late, and then you're digesting the whole night. You can't even hardly get up in the morning, or late night TV, late night anything. You're not going to get up early in the morning. So try to not eat as much at night and not, waste your time away and go to bed a little earlier than normal. And then Master said this, to inhale, tense the body and vibrate it, even lying down in the bed. I do it every morning, lying down in the bed to get up. Inhale, vibrate, tense. Do it as many times as you need to be able to spark, ignite the energy in the body, and then get out of the bed. And if you're still feeling drowsy and tired, walk in place next to your bed. And I love Swamiji said, and repeat, I am awake and ready. Just marching by the bed, I am awake and ready. You find that, I mean, it's just your mind saying, it's foggy. No, I'm not there. Wake it up. You can wake it up. You're at the control. Wake it up. And so inhaling, tensing, doing that pranayama, and then marching in place to get out of the bed. That's one. The second is, I said this a little, but I want to say it more strongly. The super conscious living exercise is fabulous. Do them any time of day. For sure, don't miss energization. I don't know how you're going to make it without energization. It just pumps power and energy, prana, life force into your brain, into your spine, into your whole body. I mean, I see people, young people, they're bowed over. Their eyes are like just worldly. Their energy is low. I mean, I saw a man 20 years old, and he was an old man already. And with yoga and pranayama and kriya yoga and energization and meditation, you just keep a vibrancy around you. Your aura is big. Nothing's going to harm you. If you just don't energize, your aura is just shrinking, shrinking, shrinking in, and then your voice, oh, and you don't have any energy, and you don't know what to do, and problems come, you don't know what to do, and I mean, get some Shakti flowing with the power of energization and the power of Kriya, the power of pranayama. Build up your power source within you, and you will find that, yes, you will be getting up in the morning. So don't miss your practices, energization, I'm saying for sure. And then the other one is super conscious living exercises, super conscious living, super conscious, not subconscious living, super conscious living exercises. And I'm awake and ready. I'm positive, energetic, enthusiastic. This is fantastic. I love it. Swamiji created those. And there are several simple exercises. Do them anytime you're feeling tired. And then affirmations. I will with my own will, which flows from the divine will, to be happy, to be well, to be prosperous and spiritual, to be well, to be well. I will. I mean, what a powerful affirmation from Master. I will, not I will, with my own will. It just doesn't have anything. I will. Powerful, powerful words. All in several wonderful ones. I'm brave, I'm strong. Perfume of success thoughts blows in me, blows in me. I love doing these affirmations. Just pick out several that you repeat over and over and over and over and over till you get the Shakti flowing. Laziness will run from you. That's why I said, run away. It's a wonderful thing to just tell laziness to run away. And then finally, your mental diet. Watch what you watch on television, the movies you watch, the social media, all kinds of things that you're putting in your mind, the music you listen to, the people you're around, all these thoughts and vibrations are entering into you. just be very careful with what you put into your consciousness. And I would say listen to Swamiji's music, chant our chants, watch the videos of Swamiji on YouTube, of Master, of the different acharyas. Put something good into your consciousness. I mean, I watch them every day so that I can keep my energy high. Finally, be with very strong, positive people who aren't lazy. Get to the center, serve with them, meditate with them, be with them, and think of the gurus, think of the power that they had, and the total non-laziness of Babaji, of Lahiri Mahashaya of Swami Shikteswarji, of Master, of Christ, of Krishna. And as you meditate on them and serve them and do their practices, you will find that laziness can, and if you're strong enough, it will flee. And let's hope it doesn't come back. God bless you all. I'll ask Natendra to join me now on the screen for a few questions.
Thank you so much, Dhyanaji. Please also convey our wishes and regards to Jyotishi.
I certainly will.
Looking forward to their visit. So, Dhyanaji, we have a few questions. The first one is on the spiritual path, when we learn about non attachment and non greed, we often get into not wanting anything or not doing anything. So, how can we ensure that we do not fall in that trap?
I just think that's a trap in itself. I mean, you can't say because you don't want material things that you're going to become lazy. I mean, you have to go after what you need. Go after, be successful in your job and what you're doing and everything in sports and athletics and meditation. I try to be successful at everything. And not to say, no, now I'm on the spiritual path. I'm just going to sit down and meditate sometimes and have some prasad. Hello. I mean, look at the masters. Emulate your life after them. Look at how Swamiji so dynamically, he spoke 8 languages. He wrote all those books, 150, 400 pieces of music. He lectured to thousands of people all around the world. He built communities all around the world, centers, meditation groups. And even when he was ill, he was writing books from the hospital bed, programs, giving programs. I was there when he would do 10 programs a day for Asta and Sadhana channels when he first came to India, one after the other. And someone said, "Oh, Swamiji, don't sit down for a while. Don't stress yourself." He said, "Get thee behind me, Satan." Wow. Sometimes you have to use those strong words for yourself. Get thee behind me. I'm not going there. Because that force is trying to stop you from finding God. To put a fine point on it, it's trying to stop you from your spiritual goals, not just your goals of living a good life. It's trying to stop you. Are you going to be stopped? I'm not. You have to decide. If you want to be stopped, you will be. If you don't, those masters, our gurus, I'm looking at behind you there, they're powerful. They'll push you all the way through to freedom. But you have to want it. And you have to do your part. 25% is your efforts. 25%, Master said, I'll give you my own power to get through. 50%, you open yourself and God's grace floods you. So it's not just about sitting on the couch. This is about finding God. You want it or you don't? That's the question. Yeah?
Yes, Dhyanaji. The next question, Dhyanaji, is what are some ways through which I can remain spiritually engaged and also active?
Get up and move. That's what I would say. That'd be your mantra. Get up and move. Get over to the center. Get on and call people to come to programs. Do WhatsApp messages for people to know about our books, the talks. Become a yoga teacher, become a meditation teacher, help people, work with the center leaders. There's so many things you can do. Help with the boutique. give donation to the center. Get up and do something. If you don't, you just get more and more old fast, lazy fast, no energy. And then it becomes, I hate to put it this way, but too late because your energy's sapped. Your mind is sapped. You can't remember anything. You know? So while you're active, while you have a clear mind, while you have a lot of energy, get going. And then those will stay with you for maybe the whole of your life. No? Be active, dynamic, enthusiastic.
Thank you,
Yeah?
Dhyanaji. Just one last question, Dhyanaji. So in Ananda, we've seen that everyone, and you were saying also that everyone is very active, no matter what their age, in their style of spiritual living. I mean, is that style of spiritual living coming from our masters? Were our masters also very activity in worldly activities as well?
Totally. All you have to do is read Autobiography of a Yogi, isn't it? Or The New Path. Swamiji tells how dynamic Master was, how dynamic all of our gurus were. I mean, the power of God was flowing through them. They weren't sitting down doing nothing. That was a great power. And when you have that power flowing through you, you are active. So the final point I'll say is get that energy, prana, power flowing through you. You can't sleep for 15 hours, maybe if you're jet lagged, but you just can't. And there's so many ideas flowing and inspiration and so much joy and energy. You have to be busy. You see the difference? If you make it natural from the power that's flowing through you, you have to find things to do. You have to talk to people and share the teachings. But as the energy goes down, your aura's down. Even if you speak, nobody hears. Keep the energy flow going, and you will find there's a tremendous what can I say? Seva, joy that the masters have that they want to channel through you. But you have to want to open that channel. You can close it and this is my life. It's small. I'm happy it's small life. Or I want to serve. I want to find God. I want you, Master. Help me. And if you do that, I've never found that it failed. I never found when I called on Master and I did my part that he didn't come. That energy didn't come. Could have been a class, it could have been some project, it could have been one of the centers needed help, it could have been a meditation group, it could have been Ananda village. I never saw that his power and his help didn't come. So God bless you all. And thank you, Natindra. Have a great day and hope to see you all at Spiritual Renewal Week or one of the programs of Jyotishan Devi Ji very soon. God bless you. And again, they send their love to you all. Bye bye.